Hey, I wanted to do a video tonight about the Glock 43X, which is empty, by the way. Everyone on the internet's so worried about the gun being empty. They're worried about getting shot through the screen, I guess. It's empty. Pull the trigger. Alright, so these new Shield Arms S15 Generation 2 magazines, I've been watching some videos where a lot of people are having problems with them, and I have shot about 45 bullets through mine and I have not had any problems. Obviously 45 bullets is not a lot of bullets to put through them, but I don't have enough money to put hundreds of rounds through them. My local gun store is selling ball ammo, 115 grain, for about $27 last time I went in there. So, you know, it's hard to be able to go to the range and buy 500 rounds. But what I did notice is last time I took my gun apart and then did the magazine review for the speed loader. When I unloaded the magazine, it was a little bit sticky. A couple of bullets started to stick in there. So what I want to do tonight is I want to unload this magazine on camera to see if it still does that. Like when I got down, I took about 10 bullets out, and then it felt like there was no pressure from the spring at all. And then I shook the magazine a little, and then the spring popped up. So I attribute that to when you're shooting, the recoil of the gun is gonna fix that. It shouldn't be like that, I can say that right now. But so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unload this slowly here and see how it goes, see if the magazine spring works. So I'm getting not a lot of tension here from this S15 Gen 2. Look, you can tell, look, there's not really a lot of tension on that bullet. Okay, that one popped up. This one. Alright, so I've only got 14 in this because I had one in the chamber that I took out. So, just kind of bringing them up. Not really a lot of tension. Look, that one there's wiggly. So the springs for these new Gen 2, I've never had the Gen 1, so I don't know. But that's tight. That one's tight. Really tight. That one's tight, that one's tight, and that one's tight. But you saw about 4 or 5 rounds down, there was no tension on that magazine spring. So I'm going to move these bullets out of the way. And what I want to do is I want to talk about a couple of other things too. Like, this is the S15 steel mag release that I bought with the package of the 3, and it was really hard to install, by the way. I mean, you really have to get that screwdriver down there and you're scratching up the plastic. A lot of people make it look easy. They're better than me at that, I guess. But anyhow, so one of the things that I learned, I've had my permit to carry since 2005, and I was trained by a really good NRA instructor, and he always taught me to push my mag release button in. I don't know if anyone's ever taught anyone this, but he always said push your mag button in when you're loading your magazine, see? And then once it gets to the top, then it snaps. And then this is the S15 mag. But he always taught me that. And I said, oh, you know, because you're watching the movies and everybody just slams them in. Well, he said to me, when you push that mag release button down, you're saving metal there on both ends. Because, you know, he's an NRA instructor. He's using that gun a lot. So I always did that ever since he taught me that. I always push my mag release button in when I insert a mag. And there's no tension there until you get to the top. And then you let it go, and you hear that snap. But what I wanted to talk about was what I noticed between the original OEM Glock mag release and the original OEM Glock plastic polymer magazines, I want to show you a little something. Obviously, I don't have the original Glock mag release polymer or original Glock magazine. But what I noticed is it's a lot less harder, if I can put it that way. You only have to push this little button a tiny bit for this mag to pop out. Whereas the OEM magazine and mag release needs to be depressed way harder for the magazine to come out. I mean, you're just pinky touching this and it falls out. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that. So, just a little pinky touch and that thing's falling out. It's hard to do that. Put an original OEM magazine with the OEM mag release and you're going to have to push a lot harder. So, I notice a lot of people when they're shooting, their fingers are kind of, I want to say, a lot of people do this when they're shooting their gun or Glock or whatever. They got two thumbs like this. Now, what I was taught, like I said, I've had my permit to carry for quite a long time. 2005, I think I got it, 2006 maybe. So, but I was always taught, there's a little ledge here. That's where you want to keep your thumb. But you don't want to keep it pressed down on this because, it's easy to press that if your thumb's too low. So what I've always done, once you got your grip, I always keep my thumb here. And then especially on a Glock, you got this here. I don't keep my thumbs like this because your slide's going to screw up. If you got too much pressure, you're going to hit this button. And then obviously, it's not the gun's fault, or the magazine's fault, or the magazine release. So, what I've always done, which I learned from my NRA instructor, I keep my thumb here, I grip it here, and I keep this second thumb down. I don't keep it on this, touching anything over here. I'm not rubbing all of this. I got everything out of the way below my slide. And this finger here is not anywhere here. So, all I'm saying is, I'm not 100% sure that any of this is happening, but if you do kind of touch that release just a tiny bit, it might trigger it to pop out. And then and it's wrong. They should make sure that thing stays in there hard. But it's not original OEM Glock, so, it could happen. So what I do is I keep my thumb up here, I keep my hand here, and I don't ride my thumb on the slide. And a lot of guys on the internet do it, and they never have a problem. That's the way I keep my hands on my guns. And when I shoot, I try to hold my finger here, pulling the gun back down to get it back on target. But anyhow, that's all I was saying, and I could be 100% wrong, but like I said, I have not had any malfunctions with this magazine, and I've got 3 of them. And what I want to do, my gun's empty, is I want to take the other 2 out, and I want to unload them on camera to see how the springs have holding up, because these things have been in my Glock box for about a month and a half now, loaded. So I'm going to unload them slowly and see how the springs are holding out. First one's tough, second, so the third one is very loose. It's very loose. My camera just came up. You see my face, but I'm not in the FBI protection program, so I'm okay. So this one here, look at that one, loose. Another one, loose, very loose. That one, look at that. That's definitely wrong. Look how loose that is. not just popped up. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe the recoil from firing the gun will help that. But look, it's still, and this is the first time I've really noticed this. Look at that. It's bad. That's just, and just pull that out of there like that. These magazines aren't really doing well. See, it's jamming. This one's very loose too. Look at, these are the Shield Arms Gen 2 mags. Not good. This another one is loose. This one is there's no spring pressure there. That one just snapped up. So I think there's a problem between like the middle of the magazine. And I didn't notice this when I was shooting them, because like I said, maybe the recoil helps. But here's my third one. I'm going to do the same thing. First bullet tight, second. The third one was kind of loose. Fourth. Now here I am again. Very, very loose. And that should not be like that. That's going to cause you a problem. That's going to get you killed in a gunfight. So here, I'm going to put that one out. Another one loose. No, wait. That one tightened up. Very tight. Tight, 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 tight. That one there, that one went way up in the air, and it's jammed. That's wow. These are, I can't even get that out of there. Do not trust your life to these Shield Arms. Eat the Gen 2. I know a lot of guys on the internet are like, I actually didn't have a problem with my first one. So that's my video tonight. And I can't blame it on anybody's finger being in the wrong place. All three of these magazines malfunctioned halfway through trying to get a bullet out of them. Anyhow, that's my video tonight. I'm very disappointed. I'm not going to use these anymore. What I'm going to do is order a new plastic polymer mag release from Glock, because this metal one does not work with the original OEM mags. And also, when I took my original one out, I messed it up real bad, gouged it with the screwdriver, so it's no longer functional. Anyways, leave me some comments and tell me what you think. I hope you got some knowledge out of this video. I know I did, because that's the first time I've unloaded these magazines since I left them in there for like a month.